Next year, I'm saving my cheer. I'll give it to someone special. All right, friends, day 6 of the Costco Brewers Advent Calendar. This is chock full of 24 exclusively imported German beer specialties, imported German craft beer. So we're on day number 6. Obviously, day 5 was yesterday. That's how math works. And yesterday was the first non-lager. We had a Dunkel Weissbier, which is, you can think of that as a Hefeweizen. So this is day number 6. If you're following along at home, we had, what is this? Was this number 1? And then 2 was someplace down here, and then 3 was here, and then it was 4, 5, and then 6. So we're on number 6. Let's go ahead and set this down. It's the second from the right, well, second from the left, second row. So 2 and 2. Hey, be back in 2 and 2 or something. All right, so, okay. This one I can actually pronounce, and I shouldn't have any problem. This is Turboprop Imperial Pils, and it is H.C. Bosch's Propeller beer. And funnily enough, I'm wearing green. Green's my favorite color. I never get to wear it because I would use a green screen and I would just fade into the background. This can has green on it, and that is awesome because that means I don't have to do any work for you guys to see it. So this is a Pilsner, an Imperial Pils. I'm expecting this to be a little bit higher ABV. It is 6.5% alcohol by volume. This is the strongest beer, and this is brewed and owned by Propeller Getränk GmbH in Bad Laps, Germany. We'll say that's how it's pronounced. Again, Turboprop Imperial Pils, H.C. Bosch's Propeller beer. So let's go ahead and grab our pint glass. Gonna go ahead and crack this, put a nose on it. First off, this is expiring in May 2022. So I got a year and some change to drink this. But let's go ahead and crack it open and drink it now. Put a nose on the can. It almost has a hoppy kind of aroma to it. Like like a piney kind of hoppiness to it. That's kind of, I'd be really impressed if this was like a hoppy Pilsner. So let's go ahead and pour it. Get a little more glug glug on the pour there and get some little head churning up in there. Up in there. I don't know what kind of accent that is, and I apologize if anyone's offended by that poor representation of an accent. But yeah, it has this guy. He has like a flight helmet on, old school leather helmet with some goggles, some pilot goggles on, and he is screaming for dear life. And that pour, pretty decent. 2 fingers ahead, really nice, dense, white head. Maybe a little off-white, but pretty white. Pretty white. And holding it up to the light, that pretty white head, it has a little bit of particulate floating up. I can see my hand, no problem. Nice carbonation rising up to the top. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a sweet kind of aroma in there. I'm also getting a little bit of almost a hoppiness in there, like a piney hoppiness. But let's not speak too soon. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is nice. It's got that Pilsner sweetness. It's got a nice kind of kick to it, a nice sweet kick to it, but it also has a nice kind of hoppy, piney, resinous kind of flavor in there, but the sweetness of the kind of honey flavor that's in there really just mixes really well with that piney hoppiness, and it balances really, really well. Again, yesterday on day 5, I said each beer's kind of successively gotten a little bit better. I've enjoyed it a little bit more, and I wouldn't necessarily say that the first day I enjoyed it any less or that I enjoyed it the least. But the difference in styles, and at first I'm like, oh, they're all going to be lagers, whatever, and then it starts to be like, okay, it's going to be lagers, it's going to be pilsners, and then it changes. Yesterday was a Weiss beer, Dunkel Weiss, and then this one is an Imperial Pils, but the Imperial Pils isn't just a straight up, regular old pilsner. And I want to take another drink, and then I'll talk a little bit more. That is really good, no doubt about it. This is a really good beer, and it like really kind of changes my expectation, and that's what's been pretty awesome about this whole calendar thing, is that, again, starting with like the lagers and stuff, and then moving on and then coming back to a pilsner, but just that it has that unique taste. And I've had a lot of, well, I haven't had a lot of pilsners, but I've been trying to dip my toes into pilsners. Not drinking them after dipping my toes in them, but, figuratively dipping my toes into it. And then, trying them. And there are some places that do hoppy pilsners, but this is just a really nice, refreshing change of pace after having all those kind of, you know, wallowing in the lagers a little bit, coming to the Dunkelweiss, the wheat beer, and then coming into this one. This is a genuine winner. If I could import this, this is something that I think I would drink quite often. It's got a nice ABV, 6.5%, great taste, nice sweetness up front, finishes off and kind of mixes together with that piney hoppiness, and then finishes with a little bit more sweetness, but a nice kind of malty kind of dryness at the end. And I love malty IPAs. That's one of my favorite styles. So this one is really in my wheelhouse, especially in that kind of Pilsner style. So that has been Turboprop Imperial Pils HC Bosch's Propeller Beer. Again, this is brewed and owned by Propeller Getränk GmbH in Bad Lasf, Germany. Again, I have no idea how any of this is pronounced, and hopefully I'm not offending any of my German friends if I have any of them. Join me tomorrow for day number 7 of the Costco Brewers Advent Calendar. Until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks so much for dropping by. Remember, drink craft beer wherever it is, support your local breweries wherever you are, and most importantly, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching.